I don't think there are any of us that aren't familiar with the old poem, either Robert Frost, two roads diverge, or two paths. Two paths diverged within a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I think we get so consumed in making sure that we take the right road and making sure that we're going down the correct path that we forget that, maybe there was more than one road we could have taken. Because, after all, I could come by in later day and run this path, which is probably just as well. But I know that time goes by and the poem says that, I probably am not going to do that. And what we do is we make one choice. And we go with that one. And we stick with that path instead of breaking away. And I think about how many times I've made a choice in my life that because of that one choice, I eliminated so many other things. And a lot of times that was good. Those other things needed to be eliminated. But there are other times that because of that one choice, I could have included the other things with me. I could have brought them with me in life, as opposed to thinking because I go down this path, that means I can't go down that path. And it's essential for us to remember that a lot of times in life, this is not your primary spiritual decision of making sure you go down the right path. This is just another path in life, and this path might be fantastic. And this is not your primary core decision and path in life. This is just another path in life, that's all. And both could be equally good, and both could have some wonderful people on them to discover. And just in the same way, when you meet people, they're each one great to be around in their own special way. But imagine if you can be the core of those people, and not necessarily the core so that you're the core, but you can attempt to say, all of us, if all of these people knew the great things that I knew about each one of them, they would all want to be together. They would all love each other just the way I love them. I'm always consumed with these writings. It's from an old apocalyptic novel. I don't remember which one. I think the first apocalyptic novel I read was one of my father's called Earth Abides. And from the Ecclesiastes, man may come, man may go, but earth abides. And then, all the others. This one may have been from that book, The Road. I never saw the movie, but I read the book. And it was about a woman at one point going up to a man who already had a partner and saying, choose me. Everything's at the end. Choose me. And he said, well, I've got my partner. And she said, no, but choose me. He said, no, that's not going to happen, but stay with us. She said, no, that couldn't happen. I thought about, even at the end of the earth, people feeling like they needed to make a decision that this novelist came up with, that I hope wouldn't be true at the end of the earth. We're saying, if we can't be just you and me, then we shouldn't be together at all. And what if we could be all of us together? What if what we're meant to do is be able to understand and love and lift up each other in wonderful ways, undergirding unique relationships, each one of us, but accepting and believing and lifting up each other's relationships and saying, I want to be an encouragement to you. That's the reason I do this, is because I want to be an encouragement to you. I don't want us to live lives of mediocrity. I don't want to live a life of mediocrity, first and foremost. ahead of you, way ahead of you. I don't want to live a life of mediocrity, and I don't want you to live a life of mediocrity. I want to live a life that's miraculous, and I want you to live a life that's just miraculous. And you don't have to choose me. You could choose someone else, but what we can do is we can choose to be all together. And in restoring that which is broken, we can find community, which is so horribly lost in our world today. My father told me when I first became a teacher, he said, Eric, and this before I was pastor or anything, he said, Eric, remember, there are some jobs that you'll take in life, and there's just one thing that you can do that will prevent you from ever having that job again. And he said, this is a good thing. It protects the students. So remember to be careful in the things that you do. When I became a pastor, he reminded me of that. And I think when we look at our leadership today, and we're forced to make difficult choices, I think it's important for us to think, are there any things that invalidate the people around us. And if they don't invalidate the people, if we still want to include those people, we need to at least accept who they are and the actions that they take for what they are. And understand that in every choice we make, there's a road here, there's a path here, and two roads diverged, two paths diverged within a wood. And I'm going to take that one up towards the mountains there right now. I took the one less traveled by. And I'd love for you to go on that one with me. I want to make the acceptance that, when I do something that I shouldn't do, that I'm going to have to say this violates certain things that I could have been able to do. It's just part of leadership. This is not a conflict statement. This isn't politically right or left. This is just part of leadership. And if I take the other one, well, the other one, that's what that one does. But what we have to choose is which one we want to go down and who we want to go down it with. I hope that you'll go down a path with me that says, I choose to go down a path that's loving, that's embracing, that's compassionate, that's serving, that's welcoming others along, that's lifting others up, that isn't damaging to other people, but instead is caring, empathetic, and extending a hand in hope. It's not mediocre. Because there's so much that you look at on television in the world, in our own lives, that's just mediocre. But instead, it's miraculous. And we're coming into the season of miracles. It's already been a miraculous week. I want you to come with me. Let's go. Let's be the miracle together. And I feel like I wandered all over the place with this. I had it all down and it just wandered around. I hope you've gleaned something good out of all of this. Have a fantastic day.